This is what democracy looks like.
What democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
First of all, this is a huge win for the people of New York. They spoke. They've been working very, very hard on this issue. They've been educating themselves. And today, we are the first state in the nation, the first nation in the world to stand up against the dangers of hydrofracking. And I think it's very important that you people understand that you did this. The system does work. Millions of dollars came in against us and the hard work that we've been doing, and we still beat it. I talked to the governor Friday before he did this moratorium, and it was a very good conversation. But I have to say, when the issue of vertical wells came up, he had no idea that the wells in Dimock that poisoned their water were vertical wells. And that is a huge misperception that obviously carried through to his decision to ban the moratorium. But his heart is in the right place and his ears are in the right place. The people of New York spoke, and he thought he was actually taking the moratorium further by making it longer. So, we're winning. We're winning. Have heart. We're in the first game of the playoffs, and we're going to keep going, all right? And I personally would like today to introduce to Governor Paterson, to the people of New York, Craig and Julie Sautner, whose wells were destroyed and poisoned in Dimock. These are the people who are behind all of the talk. These are the people who have suffered from vertical wells, okay? I say it a lot. You don't take your daughter to the red light district just because times are tough, okay? You make sure that what we do is safe, and then you make money on it. And that's what's important. And I'd like to introduce Julie and Craig. Thank you. These people are the salt of the earth. These are the real people that this is affecting.
Hi, my name's Craig Sautner. This is my wife Julie. We live on Carter Road in Dimock, Pennsylvania, also known as Ground Zero, for water well contamination after drilling for natural gas in the area. We were the first well contaminated. That was back in September 11th of '08. This is a huge victory for everybody, and it's going to send a message to the rest of the United States. This isn't just for New York. This will go nationwide with this bill.
Around the world.
Around the world even, yes, because we've had people come from all countries to come to Dimock to find out what's going on with the fracking and the drilling. Now this is water that came out of my well. Now, even though, you know, it looks bad and everything, it is. There's a lot of stuff in there. You can see the color in there, that's the iron. We have chemicals in there, we have heavy metals in there. Now, this didn't all happen by horizontal drilling or hydrofracking. This was a vertical well that was drilled that went bad, that collapsed. The casing collapsed, and that's how we got the gas migration into the water. Now, we just want Governor Paterson to know that there is problems with vertical well drilling also. This is living proof right here that there is problems there. Now we're waiting for to get the water line put into us, and then, you know, let them clean up their messes. I mean, if these gas companies are going to come in here and do the things that they do, they have to be held accountable for what they do. They cannot destroy the water. Dimock is going to be a wasteland if they don't clean up the mess they got there. So you guys, and it's all because of all these people here, all over the state, all over the country, that are putting in all the time, the effort, and the work to get this done. And, you know, it is working, and it will keep on working and get better.
Next, to wrap up, we're bringing up Kate Sinding from NRDC. She's the senior counsel who was very involved in drafting this legislation, and she's going to address the legal aspect of this legislation.
Bottom line, first and foremost, this is a victory, and that's the message, the takeaway message from today. We are the first state that has told the big oil and gas companies, you can't come in, you can't put our health and our natural resources at risk unless you can show us that it can be done safely. And so we're going to do the studies now. We're going to find out exactly what's at risk and whether those risks can be addressed. Unfortunately, in getting us there, Governor Paterson created what we've started to call the Paterson loophole, in that he has allowed vertical wells in the same shales, the Marcellus and Utica, that are currently being studied by the state to evaluate whether drilling can be done safely because of his prior order. The issue is twofold. First of all, when the bill was first being discussed, industry threatened that if horizontal drilling in the Marcellus and Utica shales was banned, they would come in and drill up to 16 vertical wells per square mile in lieu of horizontal wells. And that was their way of trying to scare the legislature out of passing any moratorium bill. And the legislature said, we'll call your bluff on that. No vertical wells in the Marcellus or Utica either. The second concern is that this does an end run around the very environmental review process that Governor Paterson put into place. Because there is a risk, as Senator Krueger referred to, that companies come in and drill vertical wells legally and then come back to the state and say, we want to convert these to horizontal wells. And once they're in the ground, it's very hard for the state to say no. And that does an end run around the very environmental review process that the governor put into place to protect the people of New York. So we're here today to say we're watching the industry, and any attempt to do an end run around the environmental review process is not going to go unnoticed. We are looking to the governor-elect and to the incoming legislature to close the loophole and to make sure that all New Yorkers are protected against the risks of hydraulic fracturing without adequate regulations and safeguards in place. Thank you.
No fracking way! No fracking way! No fracking way!
Are there more verses?
This land is your land! This land is my land! From California to the New York Islands, to the Redwood Forest, to the Gulf Stream water.